everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Lisa from Potsiefighter, and I'm back today with another card video for you. So this is a bit of a long video because I did quite a few things. I started off by using this pink piece of paper, and I did use a few dies. The first one is a dog die from a dog die set I hauled in a video. I'm not sure in which one though. This dog paw one is Paper Smooches dog paw, and then this one that is still on the paper, it didn't cut through all the way, is actually a baby shower die. So my sister is getting a dog, and I wanted to make a dog card, like a congratulations card. You know, it's ridiculous, but I love making cards, so I made one for her. And I had this die, and it says baby shower, it's a girl, and she has 3 boys, and she always wanted a girl, and now she has a girl, so I was very happy for her, and so I made her a card. And then I die cut this congratulations die from some gold glitter cardstock, and I'm using my cuddle buck for all of my die cutting. And did it cut through all? Yes, it's a very delicate die, but I really love it. So that was, I think, all of my die cutting, I think. And then I am using this royal and a long nickel watercolor paper. And I am going to do some watercoloring, obviously. And I'm going to use this dog stamp set. And I wanted to kind of use all of them, so I did use a piece of paper, like scrap paper, and tiny bits of masking tape to randomly place them around the page. And I did put on the dog stamps, so I can use as much of them as possible. So that is how this is going to be. So I'm going to stamp all of them at once because I wanted to use all of them. So because she's getting a Shiba Inu and there is no Shiba Inu on there, so I thought I would stamp all of them and color all of them. And I had a super hard time because some of the parts did not stamp at all, especially the French Bulldog. That one gave me the hardest time, and the little cushion as well, that was hard. So I got out my brayer and kind of went over it. Also the paws of some of the dogs, it was just horrible. But the brayer helped a bit, not really, but yeah. I did, so that takes quite some time till I'm done with that. But I think in the end I just stopped trying. Or maybe, wait, I think I do remove a few of the stamps. Do I? Yes. No. Or do I give up? I went over that one so many times, and I think I just, yes, I removed like some of excuse me, some of the stamps, just so it's kind of easier to stamp the Frenchie. And then it worked. It just, some of them apparently were higher than the others, so yeah, I had to go with it, but it was perfectly fine. So I put all of those back on there, and I kind of went with the same color scheme. Like I did do the dogs mostly in the same colors as they came here on the packaging. And before I put away the stamp set, I wanted to use those 2 bones as well as the tennis ball and stamp it on the flap of my envelope. And I did put back those stamps, and now, nope, forgot the backing sheet. So I did score my little Oh, it's not my card base. And I did use my leather tool to poke out the little, like the in-betweens of the congratulations and also of the baby shower. That took quite a while because some of it was not die cut completely, so I just trimmed off one part with my scissors. And it's very thin paper that I used. I didn't use cardstock, I just used paper. So that took me quite some time, but it was okay. And now I'm going through this paper pack by what's it called? Is it Dough Crafts? Like it's Paper Mania stamp set. And I know this is a cat stamp set. Jesus. Cat paper, but I still wanted to use it just because I can't see the cats. And I wanted to have a pink pop at the back, so just tried to choose where I wanted to cut off a piece of it. And as you can see here, you can just see the pink paper, and that's what I wanted because I wanted to have a bit of pink behind the actual paper, because I'm not gonna do pink dogs, obviously. So and I wanted to adhere that baby shower and all of that stuff in there, but you can't. The paper is like the craft paper, and the pink color of the paper is just too what's the name I'm looking for? The word. It was not popping at all, so I did decide to use a black piece of cardstock, and I did adhere those paws with Quickie glue pen. I don't know why I can't say that. So I did adhere all of those tiny little pieces, and yeah, that took quite some time, and the glue pen came in very handy in this case, because that, yeah, I could have never done it without my fine line liner. And now I adhered the second part, or the second pop. I did use my reverse tweezers for that one, and yeah, it did work better because these parts were just super tiny. Like I almost couldn't fit them on the tweezers, but yeah. Used my leather tool also to put those in place. And the little heart I just put on there. And I did use my Spectrum Noir glitter pen to glitter up all of the things, like the paw prints and the heart as well. And I don't think I did the baby shower. Oh, yeah, I did. So I did use all of the sparkle I could find. Just love the Spectrum Noir glitter pens. They're amazing. And I did that little dog as well, but I'm not gonna adhere that one on the inside of my card. I adhere that on the card front. So now the ink was dry enough for me to watercolor. And I did use those watercolor pencils, and that watercolor set was new. I got that in a set, so I wanted to try that out. And I did some very simple watercoloring, and I am going to play some music now while I am coloring, and I will catch up with you later. So now I am done with my watercoloring, and I really love how it turned out, and I really like those watercolors. So I'm glad I got those, and I am going to adhere this piece on the inside of my card with double-sided tape because it is very thin paper and I didn't want it to rip with my tape roller. So I peel off all of the backing and adhere that on the inside of my card, and it does like the excess the pieces that hang over, I just cut Jesus. I just cut with my scissors. I cut them off. That's what I wanted to say. I'm sorry. Now I was thinking like, what to do. I really was at a point, and this is tracing paper that I'm going to use to kind of tone down the watercolor, and I'm going to adhere that piece of pattern paper first, just in the middle of my card. And now I'm going to adhere that piece of tracing paper on my watercolor background. It's kind of a shame because it's very cute, but yeah, I needed to do that in order to tone it down a bit. And this is washi tape. I really felt like it needed something like to I don't know, it felt like it was floating around, and I thought that this was kind of grounding it a bit. And this is my Made with Love stamp set from Technique Tuesday that I use on all of my cards. And I did measure it first and then trimmed down the transparency paper. And now I am going to use what is that? Oh, that's just commercial. I'm going to use what's it called? A spray adhesive, so I can adhere that transparency paper, not transparency, tracing paper. And there again is Austrian commercial. Did use my brayer to kind of smooth everything and kind of make sure it's adhered properly, and trimming off the excess that was kind of hanging over. And I really love that watercolor, that watercoloring. And now I'm adhering it with double-sided tape because it is really textured cardstock. Not cardstock, but textured. It's watercolor paper, so it's just textured. So that's what I'm using here to adhere everything. And it did rip a bit, but that's no problem at all because it didn't rip through just the first kind of layer of the paper. Adhered that down, and I really like it. And now I'm using my Quickie Clue pen again to adhere the congratulations. And I did plan it a different way, but I wanted to cover up the paws of the French Bulldog because it's kind of missing in some parts. And now I'm using this tiny 3D foam adhesive squares to put on the dog. And I wanted to put that on a different place at first, but then I decided to put it between those two dogs, so I don't cover up any more of the watercoloring. And I'm using black and pink bigger swine to give it a bit more of interest and a little bit of extra detail, using my reverse tweezers to hold in place the little knot I made. I'm sorry, I'm a bit out of focus, but it just made a cute little bow. And I have never used, I don't think I have used two different colors of twine together. I don't think I have. And I really like it. I think I'm going to do that more often now. And I think it looks just so adorable. Trimming off the kind of the edges so it looks smoother, and I really like that card, and my sister was happy about it as well. So everything is good, and I really love this stamp set. It's dogs. I love dogs, so yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye!